Okay, I guess we're having some background music today. Yeah, time now is 12:52 afternoon on March 2nd, and I slept from about 4:35 to about 12 actually, and I was naturally woken up. I wasn't woken up by the music. Even though that was the reason why I just decided to stay up and not go back to sleep. But yeah, it's another good long ass sleep. I feel rejuvenated, I feel alive. And today I think it's gonna be chill. There was supposed to be like a shift at SCA tonight, but it's canceled. So there might be a hangout of sorts with Maisie and David James, etc. And oh, But aside from that, I also just have a lot to do. Yesterday was not productive at all. I did not watch Contempt. I did not watch a lot. I did not edit a lot, and I have so much to do in terms of internship, editing, just literally everything. And yeah, I also really want to clean up my room. I visited Christian's bedroom again last night, and it's so nice. Just like the lamps, my room's fucking horror show. My room is a fucking mess. I want to clean it up. I want to vacuum, sweep the floor, build the rack, rearrange shit, and I want to make it look nice and clean. For when my family comes, for when friends come, for when others come. I just want to make it look better. Yeah, that's that. That's mainly that. Um, I don't really have anything else to say. My dream, again, I don't know what's wrong with me lately, but I just don't remember my dreams at all. Um, I just remember eating different kinds of foods and also finding housing, maybe for a trip, but finding multiple housing. And then for some reason, there are houses that are AI generated. There are accommodations and apartments that are AI generated, and I really didn't like it, but I have to go along with it. Um, that's what I remember. So, yeah, that's that. What is this?
I'm here for the vibe. Just like a
This is a post production meeting.
The post-production.
always
Bruh, what is this?
imparting wisdom. I think something that I personally had to make peace with was that
Oakley dokley. Time now is 2:39 a.m. Jesus Christ, I just finished dinner. And I had dinner at like 1 a.m. So yeah, kind of I don't know. I actually didn't sleep a full night's sleep, I think. I did wake up naturally ish. And that meant about 7.5 hours, but it's not really full night sleep. I think full night for me is 9 hours. So I'm actually low key tired. I don't want to use the word low key. I'm actually slightly tired. But today I really tried my best to be as productive as possible. I've finished editing a movie roundup video. I filmed an anime review. My roommate Mary was singing from 12 to 4 p.m. 4 hours of singing. I don't know what she's doing. Is she unemployed? Doesn't have school? I don't know, but she's singing for 4 hours straight, and it's driving me a little crazy. At some point, she's doing this opera singing, like ooh, 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 ooh. And she thought it would be a great idea to open her door so that her voice will fill the entire apartment. And I thought she's singing just for fun, so I started vacuuming my place because A, my room is messy and dusty. Second of all, I want to disrupt her. And then she went down the stairs and, or like halfway down the stairs, and was like, stared at me and was like, "Brother, please let me sing. I'm recording myself." And I'm like, "Okay." And then I stopped vacuuming. But like, I didn't know that you're so busy having a singing competition each week. Like, I didn't know that. Okay, I thought you're singing for fun. but yeah, that's pretty much it. And then not too long later, at around 4:30 ish, I left because at 5 to 6 p.m. I had a very brief hangout with the art team of Hollow Man, which is me, David James, Josiah, and Maisie. And it's very interesting because the art team actually technically has more people, but because the last weekend of Hollow Man is us four, so it feels like us four is the definitive four now. And it's really crazy and weird because whenever I go out with people, it's rarely because of a hangout thing. It's usually more because I have to go out with them, like it's like a production meeting, it's like a film thing. It's rare that you go out, especially as a team of art department people, but not go out to work, but just to hang out. It's very rare that something like this happens. But all four of us agreed to do it for some reason. And I arrived at the village, and somehow I'm the earliest. And then a while later, I saw Josiah. And then I saw Josiah talking to Logan, that Filipino American guy whom I keep running into. And then we talked a little bit, and there's this other guy who showed up. And then eventually we saw Maisie. Maisie showed up, and then David showed up last. The guy who proposed the meeting showed up last. And then they're like, let's go to Rock and Riley's. David suggested Rock and Riley's. All four of us are really awkward. Like, none of us really know where we want to go. And then David's like, Rock and Riley's. And in my head, I'm like, fuck, I really wish I don't have to go back to that place. But I did. And yeah, it's so interesting because it's only been about a week and a couple more days, but it feels like it's been a long time since I've seen them. And Josiah, I feel like had a trim, like a haircut. Maisie, I don't know what's with her, but I feel like maybe it's just because I'm more observant, but her skin looks really rough. Like, I don't really know how to describe it. Her skin looks really... I don't think she wears makeup on set at all. I don't think she wears makeup at all other than eyeliner. But her skin looks like... I don't want to put it in a weird way, but it looks kind of messed up. It looks kind of sunburnt, but not in a uniform way. It looks crackled and scattered, like the texture of an omelet. And yeah, she just looks sunburnt. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, we sat at Rock and Riley's, and all four of us have no idea what to get. David got like a pizza. Josiah's not eating. The three of us shared. I got a Shirley Temple. Josiah got a tea, and then we just talked. And it wasn't much. Like, David just talked about like classes, like what classes to take. I don't really have much to offer because I feel like I'm less of an art department person than Josiah or Maisie, especially Maisie. But I have better advice when it comes to like CAMS classes and sort of just GE classes as well. And yeah, we just talked about like career, whatever. It was not much. And then Josiah left first because he had a meeting, and then we all kind of just left, and around 6:15. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like I've grown really, like, way closer to Maisie over the last few weeks. That, yeah, there's this sense of, like, closeness I think that I've never felt with her before. And, like, I have a habit of filming everything. I filmed the pizza, and then I filmed like the spot that I sat at Rock and Riley's the last time I was there, which was September 12th last year, the day I found out that Jagan had a boyfriend. And Maisie's looking at me. I looked back and I saw her looking at me. And then there was the last two pieces of pizza. I tried to grab the pizza, and I'm struggling because the cheese is entangled. So Maisie like helped me. Like, it was very instinctive. But yeah. And yeah, Maisie randomly told me that Camps Fest deadline is like late March because she signed up to help edit a trailer. So I'm like, that's so cool. I'm gonna submit my film. Hopefully it gets in, even though this is kind of a risk of a trailer. Um, but yeah, a little bit later today, Maisie, of course, has a barrage of Instagram stories, and she started like posting photos of herself when she was back in the pandemic and like late high school era, and she had a septum piercing, and I'm just like, damn, of course, she feels like someone who would have one, and then now she has one, and it's, or like not now, and then the caption is, should I bring back the septum? Which is so funny. That's the name of my short film. What the fuck? Um, but yeah, I'm like, damn, like, gotta bring it back. Everyone should have septum piercings by the end of the semester. Maybe not me. I feel like it doesn't work on me, but like literally everyone should just have septum piercings just for the sake of it, because our bodies have been reduced to nothing but like art forms, and we have no respect for like our own pain and suffering at this point. Like, I feel like the concept of a body should like disappear by the end of the semester as we approach late capitalism. Yeah, and she had this photo where she's like a gothic princess. I feel like that's a really weird way to put it. I feel like that's more akin to like a funeral dress. And I'm just like, wow. Like, she used to look like that. Nowadays she looks like she's in a post-apocalyptic world. Like with the jeans with holes and like shaggy hair and jacket and like kind of muted palettes. But back then she dresses like that. Anyways, I've commented too much. Yeah, I started falling asleep watching Contempt before I had dinner, which is around midnight, which is fucking crazy. I don't know why I'm falling asleep. I'm just that tired. So yeah, I'm gonna try to go to bed as early as I can. Fuck me. Um, yeah, still waiting for news from Can. Jacob DM'd me, I think today or yesterday. I think today, this morning. And he was like, am I out? I haven't heard back. Am I out? And I'm like, no, don't worry. But this is going to be the week. If I get any news from either the Can official or the USC Can Classics, this would be the week where I hear back. So I'll be on the lookout for that. And that's pretty much it. I still haven't reached out to people for the Empire. I need to do that. And yes, I did not go out with Daniel Pan and K-Shay, because neither had Daniel Pan finished writing his script. Okay, time now is 9:44 a.m. on March 3rd. We have entered week 8. Yeah, we have entered week 8. 9 weeks left. That doesn't make sense. Week 9? 9 weeks left? No, week 8. That also does not make any sense. 8 plus 9 is 17. Why? Okay, anyways. I slept really fucking late. I slept at 4:35 all the way to 9:20, and yeah, I just cannot do it. I gotta beat the 4 a.m. curse again. And last night I was falling off watching the film. And yeah, I still haven't written anything on my script. I gotta do it today. Jesus Christ. I wish I could go to school earlier so that I could sit down and draw and write. I don't write when I'm at home. I just do not have that energy. So maybe I should just do that later. Sit down and write and draw. I also want to draw every day. I just think that I'm too lazy. So yeah. And then Avi Khai yesterday, or a couple days ago, was like, let's coffee chat and talk about life. And I'm just like, okay, bruh. And he said Wednesday night, and I agreed to it. And then I realized I usually go to the gym on Wednesday nights. So, how about I go to the gym tonight? So there's a possibility that I'm gonna do that instead. Also, there's that badminton thing. Since the SCA shift I had for the night was canceled, maybe I could go to the badminton thing. I don't know. So that's that. But I'm so tired. Yeah, that's it. That's all. Yeah. I'm so tired. I also had a dream, and then I just completely forgot about the dream. Um, I don't know why I've been forgetting dreams lately. I think I'm developing amnesia, but yeah, I think it's about collecting, like a collection of stuff, a collection of films. I remember seeing something, but from multiple angles, and that's what I remember. Still waiting for the response from Can. Okay.
He hasn't said anything that's like, hey, I can figure out what I'm doing.
Okay, time now is 2:25 a.m. Holy shit, it's so late. Yeah, I tried my extreme best to be as productive as possible, but again, it's just too tough, man. It's just too tough. So today, let's just say week 8 has begun, and yeah, starting off in the day, God, I'm so tired. I went to my religion class, and I saw. I'm trying to recollect what happened. I think my brain is just really foggy right now. I saw Ife from a distance, but I didn't say hi because they were talking to someone else, and I don't want to interrupt. But I was quite early, and yeah, this morning I was like, I'm gonna draw and I'm gonna write my script, and of course I didn't do that before class. And then during religion class, it was really chill. Everyone just presented their own ideas for their research project. And then conflict class, I snoozed. Holy shit, I'm back at that super sleepy mode. I'm so tired, I started dozing off, and it's just so god awful. I just do not want to do that ever. Um, and then yeah, after that I left. So at 2 p.m. I left, And oh, I also saw Mary Sweeney and said hi, and she recognized me. I was like, she saw me, and I was like, hi, and she's like, hi there. And then we walked in the same direction at the SCA building. You know, it's really funny. I never would I ever thought, like even a couple years ago, if you had told me that Mulholland Drive's editor and Lynch's ex-wife uh, would just recognize me and I say hi and then we go about our days. It's just like, damn, you know, maybe the tuition is worth it. But yeah, I also ran into Rachel Barris, which I never run into in the wild. I ran into Rachel Barris walking out of DMC because it makes sense because a lot of DMC and Taper Hall, like a lot of anthropology is just DMC and Taper Hall, and I believe a Manson Center as well. Right. So of course she would be there, and then she showed up and she just like coldly said hi and then walked past me. And that was a little. I wish we could stop and have a chat, maybe. Just say a couple things. How is it going, you know? But yeah, that was that. It's interesting because at the end of the day, I'm closer to Anya than I'm to Rachel. Yet, because they look like the same person, when Rachel Barris just walks past me, because she's not that close to me, it's just like, oh. But I do think Anya and Rachel Barris look kind of different, though. Anyways, so the very interesting thing I did today was I went to the village and I went to Oboseo and I got myself a $7 jasmine tea boba, which is not bad. And the reason to do that is because A, I crave boba, B, I'm hungry, C, I want to write my script. And I realized that the most optimal way for me to write a script is to walk around, like what I'm doing now, walk in circles, and preferably drinking something. I don't know why, but this is the best way I can write, and also not at home. I need to be at public, but not at a crowded space. So it could be a train, or a bus, some kind of public transport. I think I already noticed that back in my secondary school days. I just, somehow on a bus, I feel the most fucking inspired. But even outside, like at the park or at a cafe, maybe not at a cafe because I would get distracted because I'm not, walking around, but like at a park, right? Or even at a museum, I think me being able to move around just makes me, just puts me at the best mood for writing, and then within 1 hour, I finish half of the script for All That Is Solid Melts Into Air. And I'm so proud of myself that I was able to pump out 3 scenes. They're really rough, but it's fine. It's just a first draft. So I'm really happy about that. And then I left. And then I went to SCA to actually draw just a little bit. Just a little 10-minute drawing session. I tried to draw a horse. I tried to draw a couple faces, and then I left. And then I went to Trader Joe's, bought some food, 4-something p.m., came back home, and I only had a little time, and then I spent 2 hours doing nothing because I was so tired, which is bad, because now I'm running out of time. Yeah. So the plan for tonight was I'm probably going to go to the gym, and I'm probably going to go to the badminton meeting thing. So at 8, I went to the gym, and actually at 8:50, so at from 9 to 10 p.m., 1 hour super quick gym session. Did some lateral raises, did some bench presses, I did the bench laying down dumbbell thing, I don't even know what it's called, and then I ran a little bit. Christian, oh, I forgot to mention, when I was leaving SCA, I also saw Zayn Zemeckis and Layla Al Alawi and a couple other people who are producers from Clowns, and they either don't recognize me or they just don't bother to say hi to me. But yeah, there they are. Anyways, when I was at the gym, I was texting Christian. I was like, "Hey, when are you able to come along to the badminton thing? Because I don't want to go there alone because that's awkward. I always go with someone. And Christian's like, I have this meeting until 9. So it was 9:30, and he's still having this meeting. And this meeting went on and on and on until like 11. So at around 10:20, I went to the PED building, and I went to the South Gym 120, or 210. And I found a badminton club meeting. And it's just a whole gymnasium, a whole court. Just people playing badminton. And I'm like, wow, this is, wow. And it's so interesting because yesterday I played the flute. I played the flute for the first time in maybe a year or so. And then today I'm looking at badminton. Interestingly enough, I'm reinvigorating, or I think I'm reigniting some of my old candles and sort of trying to discover the fun in them again. And it's so interesting. I kind of drift apart, you know. In the last few months, I've been so dedicated to film sets that I'm just, I'm just like, what's fun? And now I'm kind of rediscovering all that. But yeah, I talked to one guy, because why the fuck not? Because the thing is, even though it seems embarrassing for me to socialize with people, at the end of the day, if I talk to someone, the next day they'll probably forget about me. So I don't really care. So I talked to this guy who seems like he's very involved with the club. And his name's Andrew. And he basically said, yeah, you can feel free to join. The club membership fee is $30. 30, holy shit. So that made me hesitate a little bit, but we'll see. I came back home, had a nice dinner, took a shower, and that's that. I also spoke with Colin a little bit. I texted Colin about my trailer edited for Septum, and also I asked him if he had received any news from Cannes, and he said no. Ooh. And then yeah, so we'll see what happens. That's a little bit of relief. So far only Toll got news back from the USC Cannes Classics program, as far as I know. But I gotta ask others like Anya and Shalom and Cheyenne and Julian and etc. I gotta ask them because I know they applied. Gotta ask Seda Papazian as well. Yeah, Jacob was fucking worried. Jacob DM'd me and was like, wait, will they ever let you know if they reject you? I'm like, I don't know. I've never been rejected. But that also started to get me worried about my Cannes Cinephile accreditation application. Because the giant WhatsApp group that I'm in, some guy from Colombia was like, just now, like an hour ago, was like, oh yeah, I just got rejected for Cinephile accreditation. I don't know why. They sent an email to me saying that there are just too many applicants, and yeah, holy shit, that is getting me really scared. That is getting me really fucking scared. Like, I don't know what to do now. And I know I do have strong, like, ethos. I'm from USC. I'm from SCA, the greatest film school of America. I have a class with the editor of Mulholland Drive. I mean, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. The DP of Wes Anderson teaches here, and George Lucas is from here. I mean, and also Greg Araki, Richard Kelly, Ryan Coogler, John M. Chu, the list goes on. And I've been to Cannes, so I don't know. I hope I get some good news. But it'll probably be this week when I will get the news. Finally, just now, I spoke with Maisie a lot. I don't know why, but Maisie's getting closer and closer to me. And it's such a strange turn of events that I did not anticipate. Because I took a photo of a badminton shuttlecock, and then Maisie liked the story, and Maisie was like, is that PD or... And I'm like, no, that's just badminton. I was just thinking I would play badminton. And then we just talked about sports a little bit, and then she talked about how she had done a lot of sports. She had a black belt in Taekwondo, because of course, or karate. Not Taekwondo. Was it Taekwondo? No, it was karate. And then she had, she played basketball, and which is so funny. I just cannot imagine her playing basketball. And then we talked a little bit, and I'm just like, damn, it's so late. And then she was like, okay, I gotta stop. I gotta go to bed. I gotta play this video game, No Man's Sky. Like, we talked a little bit, and it got a little playful. And she was like, bye, bye, bye. But she kept talking to me, but she kept not being able to talk to me. She was like, shut up. The more you talk, the more I want to speak to you. Just like talk tomorrow or something. So yeah, what an unexpected turn of events. Like, I did not know I would get this close to Maisie, but I think it's good. I think, again, after Jayan and then Christian, Maisie is the next person to, I guess, sort of open up to me, hopefully. And yeah, I don't know if I should count Audrey or not, because I feel like I was so close to Audrey at some point. Well, not so close, but like, you know, you don't do this often, you know, go all the way out to Universal Studios to watch a film with a girl. And it's a film you've seen before, so it's not like completely necessary. And then you spent $30 on it. I also just DM'd and texted a bunch of people about the Empire. I DM'd Mariam, really hoping for a response. DM'd Emily Lee, who was in Smooth Op, and she immediately was like, yes, let me know. And then, yeah. I really wanted like DM Finn Yu. I think she's lesbian. I'm not sure. She used to have a photo on her Instagram, and it's a photo of her bleeding from the nose, which is so cool. And I tried to look for it again, and it's not there anymore. I'm like, what? Why are you trying to be like normal and shit? I know you're crazy. Bring that shit back. So I don't know, but I want to talk to her more. Because she seems like a really interesting person. But yeah, she might be lesbian. She might be lesbian, but that's cool. That's cool as hell. I mean, her first appearance to me was already really interesting. The APCA banquet where she's biting on a knife and it snapped into 3 parts. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? She's like a little gremlin. But yeah, I don't know. Just another Asian girl with dyed hair and a septum piercing. Yeah. Fuck, I have no time. What the hell? Time now is 10:34 a.m. in the morning on March 3rd. March 4th. I think 73 days left, I think, or 73, I think. Yeah, 72. I don't know. Yeah, so I slept from 4:20 and I woke up naturally around 9:50, basically, oddly enough. And I think it's mainly because of the commotion outside. Like, Mary, the roommate, is having a loud ass phone call. She was having a fucking phone call at 4 a.m. and then she's having a loud ass phone call at 9 a.m. And then there's a lot of people walking and going back and forth and talking, and yeah. Anyways, I'm awake now. Yeah, I'll try my best to go to bed as early as possible tonight. But yeah, actually, usually I feel like on Wednesdays I wake up a little later, like maybe 11:15 or 11:30 because my class is at 1. But I do want to wake up a little early today so that I could finish News from Home, which I couldn't finish last night because I kept falling asleep, because I fall asleep to every movie nowadays. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Today we have Mary Sweeney class, and then at night Avichai wants to have a chat with me, so I guess why not? Yeah. The good thing, people are asking me to chat and hang out, and I think it's a good thing. I got a response from Mariam, so that's cool. I thought she would just ignore it. I really want her to be in my film. I still don't have a fucking producer for The Empire. I don't know why it's so difficult. I think with Objects in Mirror, I asked Benny, and Benny's like, yeah, let's do it. And then this time it's like, I have no idea who can do it. I feel like I should continue asking around, but yeah. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to talk more with people. Again, 73 days left. I just gotta talk to people, man. Talking to Maisie last night was fun. Again, like this kind of like very close, kind of just joking around, talking about her, like, your small talk. It's just like really nice, actually. Like, I want to do that with like 5 other people. So yeah. And the AC is not broken, evidently, for some reason, even though I thought it was broken yesterday. Okay, it's 1:25 a.m. in the morning. I'm super tired, and my roommate Mary is chatting with her friend downstairs. Yeah, today is a very complicated day for some fucking reason. I don't know why. I woke up early to finish News from Home, and then I made it to class for Mary Sweeney's class, and um, yeah, I don't know why. When I arrived at campus, I just wanted to walk around. I went to SC 3rd floor, there's no seat. I went back downstairs and I just fucking walked around for a while. I went into the classroom, and today's class was just, the first hour was a talk with this neuroscience researcher, and I fell asleep 15 times. I'm basically narcoleptic at this point. And then the second half, oh my god. And then the second half of the class is basically us doing this writing assignment, and yeah, it was kind of dumb. Not the assignment, but my computer. So we listened to a podcast by Mary Sweeney and some other guy, and then they talked about just like the brain and wandering in nature, and then we had to, and then she's like, okay, time for writing assignment, and everyone just started writing, but no one really knows what the prompt is. I didn't even know what we're writing about. An essay, a script, I don't know. But we were supposed to write it on our laptops and save it as a PDF and submit it right before class ends, and my laptop suddenly decided to go insane. I opened my laptop again, and for some reason it's at 27%. And it's like fucking frozen. Like, it's not loading, it's stuck. And then a few minutes later, it's like 15%. Or no, I restarted the computer and then it's 15%. I don't know what's going on. And then I tried to open my Word file in Google Chrome, and then it's at 7%. And so instead, I just typed the essay on my phone really fast and on Google Doc, so that I could go to Google Doc on my laptop, copy paste it onto Word, export it as PDF, submit it on Brightspace. But the moment I copied onto my Word document, my laptop straight up just fucking dies. So I somehow managed to find a way to export a Google Doc in my phone into PDF and submit it right on time. Anyways, very complicated. Blah blah blah. Blue blue blue. Blah blah blah. So I left. Actually, I just remembered that right before the Mary Sweeney class, I ran into Alex Grushka at the SCA ground floor. The couches right beside the elevators. I don't recognize him because he has short hair now, but like shorter slightly. But he seems friendlier now. He's talking to me. He said he's researching this guy, and this guy's like a meme. He's like a Peter Thiel fan, and then he asked me because I was looking at Letterbox, and he was like, "Oh, what is your top four?" And then he's like, "Oh, Peep TV show. I haven't seen it, but everyone in my circle has seen it." And I'm like, "What kind of circle is that? Why are like what? Like no one has seen this movie." Anyways, Click to View is really full of just edgy people, I guess. Um, but yeah. So I I yeah. So anyways, after the Mary Sweeney class, I was just gonna take a bus and go back home, but I did not. I went to the bus stop and I was like, you know what? I should finish the script. So I walked to DMC, the exact same spot I went to yesterday, put down my bag, put on some music, and started pacing back and forth and finished the script. Holy shit, I was in the mood. I was vibing. I was super duper vibing. I was really in the mood, and I just finished the script in 40 minutes. When I was walking to the bus stop, I was typing on my phone and I finished the script while walking to the bus stop. It's absolutely crazy that I finished it. I was so proud of it. And then on the bus, I'm like, I felt great. Went back home and then I did nothing for like a couple hours. And then I had to go out again at around 6:50 because at 7 p.m. Avichai wants to meet me. Which is a little weird. I mean, friends meeting up, sure, but he's not that close to me, and I don't know what he wants from me. And also, he's from Israel, so there's like that stigma, right? But I showed up, and he's sitting outside a Starbucks, and we just did a walk and talk. We did even more walking, and we walked a loop around SCA to the Trousdale Parkway, back to the village. We sat down. I wanted to get a drink, but then I ended up not getting it because I already bought something yesterday, boba, and tomorrow I'm buying something, so never mind. So we just sat and talked from 7 p.m. all the way till like 9-ish. And we talked about classes, we talked about creative process, he talked about what he liked doing, I talked about what I like doing. And yeah, it's pretty cool. He likes experimental documentaries, he likes Nathan Fielder, and he really admired my work, which is really like, again, every time someone compliments me, I'm just like, oh. But yeah, he really admired my work. He really admired that Smooth Operator is like edgy and offensive. He admired that, yeah. He really loved the poster for Septum. He's like, did you make it? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, wow, I read the whole thing, like all the words in the poster, and it's really shocking because I really agree. Like USC is a really fictional place. I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels this way. Like maybe it's culture shock, maybe it's school culture shock, maybe it's just because I'm not rich. But like USC is really just like a fantastical place, and yeah. But yeah, I took a free lift back home, and then I had dinner, and then I and Daniel Pan just exchanged scripts because I told him, yo, I finished my script, and I guess that gave him motivation to just like finish his script. So there we go. But a lot else had happened online today. I feel like, I feel like a bunch of other stuff happened online today. I What else happened? Okay, so Mariam DM'd me back this morning, saying that she's interested in knowing about the character, and yeah, and she's down to do an audition, even though I want the role to be her. But I've never seen her act. So I don't know. She said she's semi-acted before, but yeah, it seems like she's down. And I told her the gist of the plot line, and she's like, "Wow, it sounds so cool." I also spoke with Kaylin a little bit, and it's so crazy. I've known Kaylin since October 2024. She's an old timer. She's an old character. But yeah, she posted an Instagram story of like some like Hong Kong billboards, and I'm like, where is this? And she's like at Hong Kong Cafe at Alhambra, and she says she has a car now, so she can drive us. And she said, let's catch up, and I'm like, sure. Which is so crazy. Why are people acting so friendly to me all of a sudden? I have no idea. And I've DM'd multiple people. I texted Andrew Wu and asked him to be producer on my script. Sometimes the perfect person to do something for you is right in front of you. Because I've been looking for producers, and I thought Andrew Wu and Kate, they probably, like, my script is too edgy for them. But I realized that since they know me, they should just do it. Because the producers, at least one or two producers from your project, have to be good friends with you. Or the closest to it. Because otherwise, you cannot have any conflict between you and your producer. That would just derail the whole thing. In fact, you cannot have a conflict with anyone on this project. I think that would derail everything. But producers are really important. So I asked Andrew Wu to help out, and I think he will. He seems down. We talked a little bit. He said that 10K is really tough. They kept begging people for 60 days to do it, which is not that bad. Like, if I start the campaign in April, and then the campaign end at the end of June, it's like, that's fine. That's like not that bad, right? That's like not that bad. Okay, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Did I talk to anyone else today? I mean, I talked to Maisie a little bit. I talked to Emily Lee a little bit more, and yeah, okay, they're playing fucking TV. Hope they end soon. I have a whole ass reading. I'm once again running out of time. I don't know if I have time to do anything tonight. I have such a humongous reading to do for my essay film class. Alright, peace out. Okay, two more things. One is Brennan liked my Letterboxd review for the first time. Holy shit. I'm certified Brennan head. Second of all, Yu Chen, aka Yip, he told me a couple of days ago he got accepted into Cannes Cinephile accreditation. He got accepted, and now I'm super fucking worried. On WhatsApp, I saw someone saying that they got rejected, and now I'm really worried. The news will come any day now. It's gonna come any day now, and I need to be on the lookout on my emails. So, yeah. I also forgot to mention that I think I saw Jayun riding a bike. I almost didn't recognize her because she looks way older than she should be. Also, she looks fat. I'm sorry, but gotta speak the truth. She looks like she gained a lot of weight. But I mean, not to be that is not negative at all. Like, that's just pointing things out. But yeah, I think it was her on a bike. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, time now is 9:33 a.m. I slept from 4:20 to about 9:20. Once again, I just did not beat the 4 a.m. curse. Yeah. I also, yeah, last night was also tough because Mary, my roommate, speaking to her friends so loud at like 3 something a.m. I went downstairs to tell them keep quiet. But yeah, so I'm thinking of skipping class. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm really sleepy. I don't have time to do anything, and I want to just skip class. So I might actually do it. I might skip my religion class and then directly go to Complet that's just gonna save me an hour. I can go back to sleep and I can do the readings because I haven't read the second reading at all, by the way, which is kind of fucked. And I don't have fucking time, man. I just do not have time to do anything at all. I realize I give myself too much to do, but I just do not have any fucking time at all. So, yeah. I really want to sleep. I didn't really dream about anything much, I think. But right before I woke up, I dreamt about putting a dart on a world map and it lands on Germany. Something about Germany, man. Still waiting for Cannes for the results. I'm getting really worried. I'm hearing more stories about rejections, so I'm really fucking worried. Yeah. We'll see. Now I'm imagining what I would do if I'm rejected. I would just directly fly to Seattle. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I don't really have a lot else. I'm gonna be seeing the whole bunch tonight, like Colin and Anya, and I'm gonna ask them to see if they have received anything yet. But, yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Why is there music? I don't know, should I skip the class or not? Somehow I feel like skipping the class is my most optimal option right now. Yeah. Fuck. I don't know. I hope they don't teach anything important today. Wait, but isn't this reserved?
Yeah, I don't know. She asked.
Okay, it's 1:45 a.m. in the morning. Jesus Christ, it's already late. I just finished dinner, and like, how the fuck is it already 1:45? I don't know. I'm gonna keep it as fast as possible. Today's a really long day. First of all, I skipped my religion class, which I realized I should do less, even though I did this morning. I had to sacrifice my class so that I could sleep more and have more time to do the readings. But yeah, I really wish I don't have to, because it's my last semester. I gotta enjoy the experience. I gotta respect my tuition. But yeah, so I skipped religion class. Instead, I went directly straight to my complit class, and I was fully awake during that class. I felt good. But even so, even during that class, I'm still doing the readings for my essay film class. I finally finished the readings. Hell yes. Walked over to Coffee Bean, got a coffee, went over to room 214, and then sat down, and then we had the essay film class, and it was nice, and I was fully awake. There are a couple moments where I was almost dozing off during the film screening, but otherwise it's fine. And yeah, Josh De Silva and also Julian were there, so that's cool. Didn't really speak to Julian, but there was a moment where we were discussing news from home, and I talked about how personal it felt, and Julian was like, "Oh, same with Enoch. Like, I agree with Enoch. Like, it was very personal for me as well." And Julian actually started choking up, like their voice started trembling a little bit, just thinking about missing home, missing mother. And it's not the first time Julian's like, "Oh, I agree with Enoch." That's pretty cool. Somehow, out of the four 480 directors, the one I'm most familiar to and closest with is Julian, and then Octavian, and then Reese. But yeah, that's fantastic. Anyways, What else? Yeah, pretty cool class, I guess. Who did I run into today? I don't know. I keep running into people. I guess I didn't really run into anyone in particular today. Um, yeah, I guess not. Um, but yeah, I did ask Josh about Can, and apparently Josh heard back, and he's getting an interview. So very interesting, very intriguing. So after the essay film class, me and the Chinese guys, we walked all the way to next to Pot of Cha, a ramen place called Momota, which I haven't had before. It's okay. It's better than Ramen Kenjo in that the bowl is bigger, but otherwise it's still like your average LA ramen. Not really great. 19 bucks gone. But I feel like this time around, these Chinese guys are speaking to me way more. Like I'm being caught on way more in the conversation. Like they finally asked me if I want to be a filmmaker, which is shocking. I thought they know that I want to be a filmmaker, but I guess they don't know. I guess Yu Chen knows, but the others don't know. And then yeah, and then around that time, we walked past a seer, and it's so funny because I was just talking to Yu Chen about Can, and then we walked past a seer, and a seer was like, "Oh, Enoch, have you heard back?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't," and me neither. So a seer hasn't heard back. Oh, what's going on? So, anyways, I had the ramen, and then I took a free lift home. I went to the bathroom, and then afterwards it's already 8:30. And then I edited a little bit for the internship, and then I had to bounce. And then I went to Click to View club meeting. Not a lot of people showed up today. Every single week they have less and less people. And I came in kind of late. I was like 10 minutes late, but I didn't really care. I went in, and Colin was like talking, doing some slides, and the slide before is like, "How are you doing today? Like, what are you?" Last week it's like a bunch of bad tattoos, and it's like, "What are you? Like, which bad tattoo do you feel like today?" And then last week is like, "What weird emoji are you?" or something like that. Today is STDs, and there's like hepatitis, syphilis, the clap, and they're all like cute little colored shapes, and I'm like the clap, and then everyone clapped. Colin was like, "Oh, Enoch, what are you?" So that's cool that I just got included part of that. And then today was really simple. There were a couple extra pitches, and then we watched some cool videos. There's this one creepy pasta Jesus jump scare video. That is pretty cool. It's like analog horror, kind of analog religious horror, and um, what's her name? Sunny. Sunny had seen that before, and she turned around. She's like, "Oh my god, jump scare! I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it." And then I'm like, I took off my glasses. I'm like, very tentative. I'm like, I'm ready to be jump scared, and it was fine. It was a fine scare. I would be scared if it's like 2 a.m. in the morning, but everyone just kept laughing, so jump scare kind of ruined it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we just talked, chatted, chit chatted. I wanted to ask Garrett and Shalin about the can here back, but they kind of just zoomed away. But Anya left, and I asked Anya, and Anya was like, "Oh, I got rejected," and I'm like, "What?" And Anya was like, "Yeah, earlier today, I just got the email saying I got rejected," and yep. And then I was like, "Well, you can apply directly to Can," and she's like, "Nah, it's expensive anyways," so Anya's not going. And a little bit later, I went up to Colin and Riley again, super friendly to me. I don't know why, but like the last couple of days, I feel like my mood has gotten better and better, and it's yeah, I feel like it's also making me feel like I'm better at social situations. Anyways, Colin was like, "Oh yeah, Camden talked to me today, and Camden told me he hasn't heard back." So now I'm thinking maybe all the repeats, so me, Asir, Camden, Colin, those of us who have gone last year and is trying to go again, those of us are not interviewed yet, so we're kind of saved last. Or maybe we're just considered separately. But that's kind of a relief. but still a little stressful. And then yeah, I saw Rachel Barris and Rachel Shin, and they talked to me a lot. I don't know why, but when I ran into Rachel Barris a couple of days ago, it felt kind of cold. But then I talked to Rachel Barris today, and she's super like, "Oh yeah, I saw you the other day at DMC. I got off this class about witchcraft and magic," and then she talked about how this professor is this crazy 70-year-old Texan guy with tattoos and all kinds of superstitions, but he hates feminism, but he loves everything else. And he has a wife who is a shaman in Hong Kong, and it's like, what? And then Rachel Shin's there, and then we talked, and apparently both of them also applied to Can, and both of them also got rejected today. What in the fuck? So apparently 60 people applied, which is shocking. I thought there would be more. I thought 100 people would be applying. Last year, I think 80 people applied. So I don't know. This time, 60 people applied. And they said, oh, we're really sad to turn you away, but we just have too many applicants this year. Blah, blah, blah. So anyways, the dream is ruined. The Click to View joint field trip to France, that is kind of ruined. That is not happening, which is kind of sad. But yeah, maybe Colin will still be able to go. I feel like out of the repeats, Sandrine would probably choose 2 to 3 repeaters. And I feel like between me, Asir, Camden, and Colin, I mean, all of us have a good chance. I feel like Camden and Colin probably. And the thing is, I really want to just go through Cinephile accreditation and not through the school. I feel like that's the better choice for me, but we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I left with the bunch. And apparently Michael Freda, whom I'm not super familiar with, but I've seen him a couple times. He looks like Frank Zappa. He also applied to Can, and he also got rejected. So far, Toll is getting interviewed, Josh Silva is getting interviewed, and Yu Chen, not really part of it, but he got the Cinephile accreditation approved. Anna Iwasawa is going through AMPAV, and then Anya's rejected, Rachel's are rejected, and me, Colin, Camden, Asir, we're waiting for news. And then that's pretty much it. I didn't really talk to too many other people. Yeah, Kaylin Xie, she's really forward. She's like, oh yeah, let's meet up after a spring break. Like, yeah, let's catch up. Like, she's ready to find a time to hang out with me, which is pretty shocking. Don't know what's going on. Yeah, aside from that, talked a little bit to Andrew Wu, a little bit more progress, trying to find a producer. He said it's going to be tough getting 10K within 2 months, and also April is a tough month because K Shay's directing P3, Huvo's directing P2, so Andrew Wu's basically like stuck doing other sets in April, and I don't want to do any more sets. I'm done. I'm sorry, but I'm done. So yeah, we'll definitely see about that. But I don't know why. I just really want to get to know Fin Yu. I just really want to get to know her. Yeah, we'll see. But I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, and I talked to Audrey a little bit. I told her about the Kurosawa 4K, Kurosawa 35mm screenings, and she's like, "Oh my god, yes, I want to go," and it's only $5. So, yeah, that's great. Oh, very interesting thing. Rachel Barris was like, "Wow, Enoch." Okay, so I told Rachel's that I tell others about Click to View, and Rachel Shin was like, "Oh my god, Enoch, why do you know so many people? How is someone so quiet like you have so many friends?" And then Rachel Barris was like, "Quiet? Really? I think you're very like sociable and like extroverted." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like the opposite of that. Like only a couple weeks ago, I was lamenting over the fact that I can't socialize for shit, and I feel like terrible about how I'm just like blocked off from the rest of the world. Like, what is this? I was like, that's just absurd. And Rachel Shin's like, but no, Enoch told me he's like a mega introvert, so I know him better than you do. So yeah, anyways, that's that. Oh well, we'll see. I have a huge feeling that Cheyenne and Julian will make it to Cannes, though. I really do think that is going to be a bit of a power couple. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, time now is 9:43 a.m. Um, on March 5th, 6th. Fuck me. Are we 70 days left? I think we are 70 days left. Jesus Christ. 70 days away from graduation. Yeah, so, yeah, um, yeah, oh my god, I just received terrible news. Anyways, I slept from 4:20 to about 9:20, 9 something, uh, and, yeah, it's so fucked. I just have too much to do. I need to beat the 4 a.m. curse. This is so fucking bad. Um, but I did finish a documentary last night, so that's good. I skipped around a little bit. Anyways, today should be relatively simple. I have the Complit class discussion, and then immediately afterwards, I actually have my therapy session at 12:30. So that's interesting. But the rest of the day, I should be free, and there's like a click to view field trip thing, but I don't think I'm going because I'm just too tired, and I just need to do other stuff like, editing stuff, watching stuff. I just need rest. Um, yeah, so that's that. And I just got news from Can. Holy shit, fresh news, in fact, because I just got the email. Like, I just woke up, obviously, but the email came like maybe an hour ago ish. Um, I got rejected. I'm. I just woke up, so I'm not. I don't have a big reaction, but holy fuck. Like, I don't know how am I getting rejected, but, yeah. I just got rejected for the Cinephile accreditation. And then at the same time, Sandrine sent an email saying that she'll start interviewing us, like the repeaters, tomorrow. And, So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of disappointing because I really don't want to go through the USC school program. Um, I'm gonna immediately apply for the 3-day pass like later. Probably gonna get rejected too, but yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what's the point now. Yesterday and today, just like a lot of disappointing news because I think part of the reason why I wanted to go to Cannes again, I didn't even. I mean, I always wanted to go back to Cannes this year, but I think a major reason why I wanted to go was just because I know a lot of people are going with me. A lot of people I know. Like yeah, but a bunch of people I know are just not going, and yeah, I don't know. So I don't know how I managed to get rejected from the Cinephile accreditation. Like, Yu Chen got in. I just don't know how I got rejected. I have no idea. The 24 euros is refunded, so at least there's that. But yeah. And again, 3-day pass probably not gonna work out. And 3 days is not a lot, anyways. But yeah, I don't know. Holy shit. I don't know. Maybe I should have applied earlier. I don't really know. Um, but yeah, I guess that's that. I tried my best in the application, you know, I try my best in the motivation letter. Yeah. Rip. It's been 6 hours.
No, I don't want to play in the back car. This is with Echo, when the drum hard. I ain't mad at the world stops, I ain't mad at the world stops, and we in the middle, and we in the middle. I'm right, I got a key, bro. And the fucking car, you're pissing me off. I got a key. I'm so sorry, I'm in the great zone.
Okay, fuck me in the eyeballs. Time now is 10:52 p.m. It's not super duper late yet, and I haven't had dinner and it'll be late soon. Just want to quickly talk about today. I would go down and make dinner right now, except I can't because my roommate's down there chatting. But yeah, today, this morning it was fine. Certainly, I was very sleep deprived. But yeah, it was fine, except for the fact that I got rejected from Can, and I was quite devastated. And just like other rejections, I guess, at first I'm just like, oh, I just got rejected. I knew it. And I sort of just brush it off. Well, I gotta go about my daily life, right? And the rest of the day, I'm just so dejected. I I went to class, my complet. Um, I wanted to go to Dulce and buy a donut, but I ended up going to Coffee Bean to get a chocolate croissant, which is so like ironic. It's the pain au chocolat, and then yeah, I just yeah, I don't know. I didn't have time to make breakfast this morning. But yeah, and then I went to class and it was fine. I didn't really speak up, but the professor called on me, and then I spoke up, and thank God I listened to what the professor said. I was able to answer it. And then yeah, after that, I just don't know what to do. I had about half an hour, and I plan to read and draw. Like that's my goal, to read and to draw, and sort of write, read, draw, write, read, draw. Um, I just ended up doom scrolling on my phone at SCA, just feeling kind of dejected. And then it's 12:30. I went to my therapist, and yeah, if not counting the Can rejection thing, not gonna lie, the last 2 weeks of my school life, pretty fucking good actually. Like, and I didn't even realize it until I started talking about my life to the therapist. There's Hollow Man, me hanging out with Maisie and others, and then getting close to Maisie, and then on Sunday hanging out with Christian, with the APCA, the Whip ad, and then also getting close to people like Daniel Pan and Harley, and then me planning to submit the 480 scripts, working on them, feeling less stressed out about them as I had last semester. And yeah, and then just a bunch of other stuff happened, I guess. Like, went to the gym, I tried to go to the badminton place. I didn't even tell that to the therapist. But come to think of it, quite a bit has happened, really. And even the click to view meetings, the last click to view meeting and the last click to view meeting, I felt so much more comfortable socializing with people. For some reason, I just feel much better. And I hope this isn't just a high before a crash down. I hope the rest of the semester will be a continuous high, even though today is a bit of a low. But yeah, the therapist is happy that I'm a little happy, and she started asking more about just like, what are my hobbies? Like, do I draw? And then I showed off some of my drawings, and then she's like, is Jayun in there? And I'm like, oh yeah, Jayun's in my sketchbook. I drew her face, and I feel like my therapist knows Jayun. I don't know if Jayun sees a therapist here or outside, but I think Jayun does see a therapist, I believe. I believe Jayun is really taking care of her mental health now. But yeah, I don't know. And then I mentioned a bunch of other names like Maisie and Christian, and I don't think my therapists know them. But yeah, essentially that's that. I didn't really run into anyone. After the therapist session, I went to the SCA building and I tried to go to the bus stop. I ran into Josiah for a little bit. But the bus went past, and I'm like, okay, bro, well, I have some time now. I'm just going to go back to SCA, sit down, and draw. So I did draw a little bit. And then I took the bus, went back home, and then I spent the rest of my time here. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's 11. Fuck. I actually thought about going to Ralph's, but I guess that's fine. I can go tomorrow. Yeah, I was just quite dejected. I think after coming back home, I spent about 3 hours just not doing anything. Just feeling kind of dejected. And also Mary's singing. When I came back, she's already singing. And then she continued to sing. I started listening to music just to, block her out. But music can only take you so far. And she continued to sing. She rapped. She sang opera. And I'm just like, come on. I know singing is important, but today's not a good day to sing, okay? I got a midterm exam, a midterm script. Not really an exam, a script. A midterm script for the Mary Sweeney class, which I just finished just now. Thank God. And also I had to reapply to Cannes, and I just cannot have like some cool, awesome, yippee yay yay, some doodly doodly doo, some Figaro. Like I don't need any of that shit, okay? And it just really pissed me off. So just now, or not just now, like a couple hours ago, I was screaming, and it wasn't even an angry, like intense scream. Like I realize I can scream really loud without even trying. And that's really funny because normally when I talk to people, I'm really quiet. Like during the Click to View meeting, I forgot it was Rachel Shin or Rachel Barris. They were like, oh yeah, Enoch speaks at like -2 decibels. I'm really quiet usually, but that makes my loud moments way fucking louder. I feel like I'm either extremely loud or extremely quiet, and I just do not really have a middle ground whenever I talk to people. But yeah. Anyways, and then I was jumping around, and my roommate Theodore was like banging on my wall. So the singing downstairs is fine, but me screaming is not fine. And I get it, my screaming is not aesthetically pleasing, but I'm only doing it once. Anyways, I'm gonna reapply to Cannes 3-day pass. The cinephile rejection is it's kind of upsetting. I haven't really told anyone. I told Anna Iwasawa, first person, and then I told Yushin, and Yushin's just like, oh no, I'm sorry. And I guess there's nothing I can do. Like, I just got rejected. Okay, this is one rejection out of 10 billion rejections. I went to the WhatsApp group chat, the Can WhatsApp group chat, and I was like, I just got rejected. And people are like, yeah, don't take it personally. It's really competitive. It's based on luck, really. I started having like theories, like maybe it's because I mentioned that I'm not going through the whole festival, and maybe they thought it would be a waste to give the cinephile pass to someone who can't go the whole thing. Maybe it's because I've gone already last year and they thought they should give the cinephile pass to someone who has never been. Or maybe it's because I just applied too late. Maybe it's because my motivation letter is 2 pages long instead of one, so it's a little bit of a chore. I don't know. But maybe it's none of those things. Maybe it's just pure luck, I guess. But I'm gonna apply to the 3-day pass, and right now applying to the 3-day pass is kind of late. It's already early March. But I'm gonna do it because what's the harm? I do think there's a great chance I won't get it, and that's okay, I guess. I'm a little bummed out, but the real, I guess the problem would be the fact that I went to Cannes Film Festival last year. I already went to the holy grail of film festivals. Of course, I will be disappointed going to any other festival. Like, of course there's like Venice and stuff like that, which is just as great. But like other smaller festivals, like TIFF and Telluride and NIF, they're also really big, but they're not going to be as big as Cannes. And somehow, because I went to Cannes, I'm not going to enjoy any other festival at this point. I mean, yeah, there's AFI Film Festival and I like that, but that was like nothing. So, I don't know, I realized if I don't go to Cannes this year, I should try NIF, because the thing is, NIF takes place in October in New York, and if I'm on OPT, I can take a leave for a week and just go to NIF, and that would be fun as well, and I would still be catching screenings a little earlier than when it comes out. But yeah, anyways, if I do get to go to Cannes, if somehow miraculously the 3-day pass comes through, first of all, 3-day, again, I feel like I'm getting desensitized, because people getting a 3-day pass is like really exciting, but the fact that the first time I went to Cannes, I'm going the whole thing, now it feels like the 3-day pass is just breadcrumbs to me. But okay, let's say I get the 3-day pass, 21st, 23rd. I guess still better than nothing, and I guess the good thing is I can spend even less money on accommodation. I can go, I can arrive on the 20th, and then 21st, 22, 23rd, I just binge watch 4 films a day. I total out to 12 films. Well, maybe 11 films. That's fine. That's already a lot. And then maybe I spend a day or two more post Cannes, maybe head over to take a train to Milano or something. I don't know. I think I'm just thinking about it. I haven't been to Italy in haven't been to Italy in 13 years. Gotta go to Milano. I don't know. I'm thinking too much, but definitely, yeah. And then of course on Monday I'll be having of course the third option is I go through USC Cannes Classics, but I don't want to, because I want to save that chance for 2028. And also, I don't think Sandrine's going to give it to me anyways. I think as far as repeaters go, it's between me, Asir, Colin, and Camden. Right? I can't think of anyone else who is going to go again. Zach is not going because he's broke. Mustafa's not going because he's not interested. I don't think Elizabeth's going. I don't think he cares that much. Tiger, Emma, Matt, they've gone twice already. They can't do it again. Brennan has graduated. And then, like, who else? Garrett? I don't think Garrett even applied. I don't know. I'm probably missing a bunch of people. No, I think that's all. So it's just between us 4, and honestly, between us 4, I think Sandrine will pick 2 to 3, because last time it was 3 repeaters, and out of us 4, me and Asir, we can't go full-time, because we both have to graduate. So, honestly, my prediction is that it'll be Colin and Camden who get to go again. But in the event somehow I get chosen, I would be pretty happy, but that means in 2028 I'll have to try the Cinephile pass, which is shockingly difficult. I don't know why. But either way, I'll reapply to the 3-day pass right fucking now. Write a quick letter, just submit, boom boom bada boom. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then tomorrow I have work. I'm earning 8 hours of money. I'm gonna buy lunch outside, etc. And yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine and dandy. But you know, regardless of rejection, and even if I get rejected by Can, even if I get rejected for 480, I do think it's extremely impressive how hard I'm fucking trying, by the way. By the way, let's just acknowledge how hard I'm trying. I have a job now. I have an internship, albeit a small internship, albeit a small job, but still, I have a job, I have an internship. I'm juggling multiple applications. I'm applying for 480 scripts. I'm applying for Can. I'm going to submit my film to Cams Fest, right? Cams Fest. And then I'm trying to make a big short film myself. So I'm like literally trying everything that there is possible. You can't say I'm not trying. I'm in a club, and I'm also associated with another club. You cannot say I'm not trying. You definitely cannot say I'm not trying. And yeah, I did DM Madeline Tai last night about fundraising for my film, and then she read my DM and she didn't respond. I'm like, great, who cares? And then she did respond saying, okay, I'm happy to give you some advice later. So there's that. And then the most interesting thing, aside from the Can thing, I guess, was Maisie randomly texting me asking me, did you say something to Tristan? Because he just sent me a really weird email saying that I've done something wrong and being disappointed in me, and I don't know why. And I'm like, I haven't. And that's really fucking scary. Because Tristan's chill, Tristan's nice, and Tristan's a director that I really admire. But I know Tristan's a little crazy. And Jayan a whole year ago already told me about how Tristan has like a secret second relationship, blah blah blah. And I don't know. I'm kind of on Maisie's side on this one. I'm kind of scared for her. But Maisie was like, yeah, it's probably just mind games. I'll just ignore it. That's kind of scary. That's giving me like some BDSM shit. Like Tristan is like tormenting her, and Maisie being kind of like this broken soul, just trying to be normal but still broken in the inside. And like that's what I'm imagining, and I feel like my imagination is really perverted, but it does give that sense, and I hope everyone's just okay in this situation. I really hope Maisie's okay, and Jesus Christ. But I guess I'm glad that Maisie brought that up to me, or Maisie thought that I'm somehow involved. I don't know, but Maisie's definitely someone who has a bit of a mysterious past. No matter how, like, ooh, you know, like, haha, she is. There's like a little darkness in her that, you know, I can just feel it. Maybe I'm just like stereotyping because she does like, she wears very broken clothes and she has like eyeliner, like black eyeliner or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, tomorrow, and I just also had like a huge phone call with Thomas just now, asking for feedback. That's pretty much it.